He smiled at me, even though he had no lips. Everyone in my village still remembers the day Prince Udua came to visit. It's been over 20 years now, but people still talk about him in low voices, mostly when the moon is full and the dogs won't stop barking. I was only 13 at the time. My father was a palace guard and he was proud of his job. The prince was visiting from the city, a royal son of a distant king who wanted to tour the old villages in the east. They said he was educated in Europe and didn't believe in village superstition, but he was not like anyone I had ever seen before. From the first day, animals started acting strange. Goats stopped eating, chickens walked in circles until they died. My mother told me not to look the prince in the eyes, but I did. He had a long scar across his face, from his eyebrow down to his jaw. But that wasn't the strange part. The strange part was that he never blinked, not once. I watched him closely from behind the cooking hut. He would sit in the sun for hours, just watching the trees. The elders gave him kola nuts and palm wine and sang songs, but he never smiled. Until the fourth day, that's when I saw his teeth. No lips, just gums and teeth, like something had chewed them off. But the skin around his mouth was smooth, no blood, just gone. My friend Neddy said she saw him walking into the forest behind the shrine at midnight, alone. When she followed from a distance, she saw him talking to a tree, whispering, laughing, and then screaming. Loud screams like someone being skinned alive. But no one came out of the house, even though we all heard it. On the seventh day, my father didn't come home. The palace guard said he walked into the prince's room and never came out. They searched, but the room was empty. No blood, no signs of struggle. Just one thing, his machete laid neatly across the bed and a small pile of ash in the corner. That night, I couldn't sleep. I heard footsteps outside our house, soft, slow, dragging. When I peeked through the cracks in the wall, I saw the prince standing there. But it wasn't really him. His face was wet, like it was melting. His eyes were black holes. And when he smiled at me, wide and slow, I saw that his gums were rotting, crawling with tiny white worms. He raised one finger and pointed at me. I passed out. When I woke up, the prince was gone. The next day, the king's messengers came and said the prince had died suddenly in his sleep. They burned his body before dawn. No one was allowed to see him. Since then, anyone who speaks his name in the village gets a nosebleed. My uncle tried to tell the story in church once. His tongue swelled up so badly, he couldn't talk for weeks. I don't tell this to scare you. I tell it because I still see him sometimes, in dreams, in shadows, and I think he's still looking for something. Maybe me,